What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm here on the PTR. We're going to talk about Season 3 ending, Season 4 beginning, everything that's happening in regards to the end of this current season, what you need to remember and try and go get, and then what's coming in Season 4. We're going to do a quick recap on all that. So Season 3 is ending on April 22nd at 10 p.m., and then that's April 23rd for you EU people, lovely EU people. Season 4 will be beginning immediately after, the day after that. So the end of this month is when it's happening. In terms of the length of Season 4, we're not really sure, but The War Within is supposed to release, basically, it looks like in August, maybe the end of August. So if you think we've basically got May, June, July, and then most of August, you're probably looking at least 4 months of this season, which is going to be really good. We're going to talk about the raids in a second. In terms of the achievements, if you're looking for the top 0.1% Dreaming Hero, get on it. Get those Mythic Plus dungeons going at the highest level to try and get your achievement, because it's going to be done pretty soon. If you're looking for like Cutting Edge or Ahead of the Curve or any of the other achievements for PvP with the combatant stuff, make sure you get them done soon, because the season will be ending. If you have a legendary item, try to level it up as high as it can possibly go right now, because you can level that up even more in the next season. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? Let's talk about raids. The raids in Season 4 are going to be, are they down here? Yeah. It's going to be the Awakened raids. We're going to rotate through each different raid. Vault of the Incarnates, Aberrus, and Amirdrasil. It'll have a little icon to tell you which one's up. Remember, you're only going to get to do each of these once every 3 weeks, right? If you do Vault, then you do Aberrus, Amirdrasil, back to Vault. That's 3 weeks. So I believe you can save your lockout, and then you can come back to it 3 weeks later and go do it again. But just understand that over the 4 months of this season, likely to be 4 months, I don't know for sure, you're only going to get to do each dungeon once every 3 weeks. So 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 times. I think you're going to get to do each raid 4 times. So keep that in mind. If you really want to try and push to get them all done on Mythic or whatever, you're going to have to really buckle in hard and get this done. As far as we know, there's supposed to be an Awakened raid affix, but it has not been confirmed. We have not seen it yet on the PTR. I will let you know the moment that I do see it, but there's supposed to be an Awakened affix, just like there was a Faded affix in Season 3 with like Castle Nathria and all the other raids that were there. There's supposed to be one for Season 4 in Dragonflight. We'll have to see if that actually happens. Here's the loot drops for raid. A 480, 489 to 502 to 528 on Mythic. Let me show you the rewards really quickly. This is a new area that you can go to. It's right here, the entrance. I'm in Valdrakken, the main city, of course. This is where like your great vault loot is and stuff. Come on over here. Come here. You're going to walk in, and you're going to go right to here. But this is the entrance to it right here. You're going to run inside. There's new vendors that will sell items for the raid, and there are new currencies. So number one, there's going to be these dinars, these antique bronze. Oh, sorry, not the dinar. They're like the dinars. Antique bronze bullion. You are going to be able to acquire these by, we believe, by doing the raid. There's really, this is how it's going to work. This has not been totally confirmed, but you're going to do the raid. You're going to get these bullions. There might be a limit of up to 12. Not really sure yet. Again, Blizzard hasn't been clear on that. You can use these to buy gear from the Season 1 raid, things like Storm Eater's Boon, the Season 2 raid, things like Ominous Chromatic or whatever, and then the Season 3 raid, things like Pip, Smoldering, Seedling. You can also upgrade your legendaries. This is why I talked about the legendaries before. You can upgrade your legendaries with this system using the Booleans, okay? That's for buying raid trinkets and some raid gear, okay? There's another occurrence you're going to get called an Awakened Tempo Stone. This is the Mark of Master. This guy. Awakened Tempo Stone will allow you to buy pieces of raid tier. Okay, the tier set bonuses that are coming. You can get Awakened Tempo Stones from what we understand. They drop from the last boss, like Farak and Razageth. The last bosses in the raid, they'll drop those. Okay. Also, there's a seasonal Mark of Mastery that's getting 2,000 Mythic Plus rating in Season 4. You can come and buy a tier set bonus as well from there. So those are the rewards from raid and the different currencies that you're going to be acquiring. Remember to come into this building to buy them, okay? Back to here for a second. Let's look at Mythic Plus. There's a whole new Mythic Plus system that's being added. I talked about it in another video, but I kind of misspoke, I think, about it. I'm going to make sure I clarify this. Why did I click on that again? I knew that wasn't going to work. Here we go. So let me look at this really quickly. This is the current system up here. This is the new system in Season 4. In Season 4, if you do a heroic dungeon, it's the same as doing a Mythic 0 in terms of rewards and difficulty, okay? A Mythic 0 in Season 4 is the same as doing a Mythic plus 10 as it currently stands. So in terms of rewards and difficulty. So here's a really important thing. For anybody doing Mythic Plus, you are definitely in the first 2 weeks of Season 4, you are absolutely going to want to crank out every one of the dungeons on the Mythic 0 difficulty, okay? Because the rewards are going to be the same as doing a plus 10. It's going to be huge. So get all 8 dungeons done, because every boss drops something on Mythic 0. Your loot is going to explode in those first 2 weeks. And the actual rewards from a flat Mythic 0 are, I believe, 493 right here. So right now, the average item level is 488, 489. You can go all the way up to 493 probably in the first week. Just bam, get all the dungeons done in the first week. Boom, you've already got 493 item level, or like close to it, okay? Then as you scale the Mythic Pluses here, it gets more difficult, and the equivalents you can see here. If you're doing a Mythic plus 10 in Season 4, it's the same as a plus 20 in Season 3 as it is right now. So I think I misspoke about that in my last video. If you're doing like a Mythic plus 5, it's a Mythic plus 15 from the old system. You get it, okay? That's how this is scaling. It's going to make it, I think, so a lot more players are squished into a lower amount of key levels versus like plus 2 to plus 20 stretches out the player base. Plus 2 to plus 10 brings the player base a lot closer. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. That's Dungeon Squish is really fantastic. Liking that a lot. Okay, we are going to have all 8 of the original Dragonflight dungeons with all of their rewards and trinkets and stuff. There's going to be some really, really cool trinkets like Kairakas from Ruby Life Pools. For me, is going to be a big chase trinket. But if you think about all the different trinkets that you could go get, they all exist again in these different dungeons. Here's the affixes. There's no seasonal affix from what we understand. I mean, that they haven't said anything about it, so there isn't going to be one. The Keystone affixes are going to scale plus 2, plus 5, plus 10. You can see when you're going to be getting them here. So, again, if you're doing that Mythic plus 0, the rewards are going to be as if you did a plus 10, but you're going to have no affixes to deal with in the plus 0. That's why it's going to be so valuable to do these early on. As we get into the later part, it won't matter as much. Okay, there are big rewards. There's going to be mounts. There's going to be titles. There's going to be portals. I think if you already have your portals, this is a good reason to get your portals right now, by the way. I guess you can't get them right now because none of these dungeons are in the current pool. But if you got them before, then you're going to be able to get the portal again. I'm not sure. I guess it has a different portal here. Completing on a plus 10 or higher within the time limit, it will reward the portal. But I'm assuming if you already have portals, this won't really matter. You already have these, right? Okay. That is basically it for the Mythic Plus and for the dungeons. If we look at the scaling of the rewards here really quickly, a Mythic plus 0, right, is going to be the equivalent to a plus 10. It's going to give you 493 item level. If you do a plus 10 Keystone, that's going to be the equivalent to doing a plus 20. It's going to give you 509 item level instead of 470. So that's how much we're going up there. That's 39 item levels, right, if you think about it. Then we get into the raids. If you're doing normal raid, it's 493 to 502. Heroic raid is 506 to 515. Mythic raid is 519 to 528. There are some items in the raid that go beyond 528, the super items, right? Okay. So just keep that in mind. Those are your item level scalings. That's where we're going to. That's what the season looks like in a nutshell, okay? Hope you guys are excited. I am very excited for this season, actually, mostly because we can purchase raid trinkets. There are some insane trinkets in here that I absolutely want to be getting, like the Farok's Tainted Heart one is really good. The Farok Weapon Augury is in here. There's a bunch that I'm really, really looking forward to getting. So it's going to be exciting. I think it just really changes the game when you can like purchase items that you might not have been able to acquire otherwise, right? So very excited for that. It's going to be a good season. It's going to last, I would say, about 4 months. It's going to take us right into August. So end of April all the way into August is going to be this season. And then we're going to have the War Within. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching. Please let me know if you're excited, what you're going to be playing, if you're excited for the Awaken raids, all that kind of jazz. Let me know in those comments down below, okay? Love y'all. I will see you in the next one.